All right, so let's have a look at the stats from rentfromavillager.com. We looked at these a month ago, but there are some interesting changes. Bathrooms, again, we're looking at 2 bathrooms. The majority in bedrooms is 2 or 3. That hasn't changed much. So 2 or 3 bedrooms are important for people. Special features, I think, is always interesting to look at, and you'll see that long-term minimum 1-year term has really turned into a search category. So there are a lot of people looking for long-term rentals. Of course, pets allowed and golf cart included are 2 and 3 on the list, but really surprised to see how many people are looking for long-term rentals. And yet on some of the forums, there's people that say they can't find long-term rentals. So if you do have an unfurnished rental that you're looking for, this is probably a good opportunity for that. Let's look at the regions. And as always, the sort of areas around the squares are the biggest, but you'll see that Sawgrass has actually started to really come into its own because we've got Sumter and Brownwood and then Sawgrass. It used to be that Spanish Springs was up there. Spanish Springs now is at 11% and Sawgrass is at 14%. So the addition of Sawgrass Grove to the villages has really been a boon for the people that live in the south end of the villages as well as visitors. Are really liking the Sawgrass area. So that's showing up as one of the search criteria that they're liking more and more. Property type, again, it's going to be the 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom villas. Courtyard villa and patio villas are the ones that seem to get the most hits on it. And then you get into the designers. But for the most part, if you've got a villa, they're great rental properties, and that's what people are looking for. Villages is interesting because you're starting to see that the Eastport area, Moultrie Creek, is starting to have an impact. You see that Richmond at 4%, DeLuna at 4%, and then Citrus Grove at 4%. But then Moultrie Creek is starting to make some headway as Eastport is built up on the other side of the turnpike. You're going to start to see these new villages being requested a lot. Hawkins, Fenny, Lake Denham, St. Catherine. A lot of these places are in the south end. The newer part of the villages is why they're getting the sort of the most pull. And Richmond has always been popular because of its proximity to Brownwood and to Sawgrass Grove. And then now that you can get across the bridge, it's really great. You can get over there and over to Edna's on the Green and all that kind of stuff. So that's real nice. Dates. This is really interesting because January, February are the big ones, right? January through February. That's the one that's getting the most information, and then February on its own. But look at this, September and August are 2 months that are now showing up as criteria that people are looking for. So they're looking to come right away. They're looking to come down and check out the villages. 8% for August, 8% for September, and then January, March, October. So interesting to see that people are looking closer to the time they want to visit. The January, February, of course, is always popular, 11%. But now with these September, August, you're seeing more and more people looking for opportunities right away to come down and visit. So that's interesting to see that. So if you've got a 2-2 and you're near one of the squares, you've got a great opportunity. If you've got the excess pets allowed and golf cart included, again, you're doing very well. And then of course, private pool, which I'm a fan of, at 6%. So overall, some changes. It looks like people are looking for opportunities closer to the search time. We're in July now, and people are looking for August and September right away. They want to come down and check it out. And of course, January, February, March is going to be really big with January, February, and March, the 3 other criteria that people are always looking for. So good luck with your rental.